Let me speak a little bit about from investor perspective. What is that we look for? Now, one of the things is that as a founder member of a startup, one of the things that you should observe is keep your feet on the ground. What it means is that you should be soaked in reality. From our perspective, we aggregate investors and bring them in. There are two kinds of investment that we do. One is through the angel fund that we have. The other one is through private investment, private placement investment. So when we do that, we do a lot of evaluation. And then we figure out whether a startup is fundable or not fundable. Let me give you an example. The startup came to us for some reason, and then we evaluated several things. And we told him that, look, your MVP is not correct, and you have not achieved what is required, and therefore you are not fundable. You know what the founders, one of the founders openly told me, bullshit. And he heard a few things and then walked out. Of course, this is common to us. We know we are all seasoned people, quite a bit of grey matter inside. So therefore, we can swallow all of that. So therefore, but of course, there is another guy. I'm just trying to give you two contrasts. When we criticize his model, he took it very positively. He said, look, I agree, sir, there are some deficiencies, but please look at what I have achieved so far. And Mr. Hegde, who is here, is a very good example of what he has achieved single-handedly, perhaps with one small. We appreciate such things. 30 to 40 small hand-operated mills. He has got the funding from them, helped farmers to run that, and aggregated that. Through that, he sells cold-pressed oil and plus few other products in Shimoga, Bangalore, and few other cities. We should appreciate him. They are the people with their feet on the ground. We expect founders to be like that. Maybe arrogant, but if you are good at what you are, state what you are. And then when some criticism comes in, you should take it positively and then respond. Not in a very arrogant way. This is one part. So therefore, keep your feet on the ground. Second one is that valuation expectation. A lot of investors expect minimum of 30% per year. Suppose I put in 1 crore, I expect 30 lakhs per year. That is the normal mentality. It should be much higher than your fixed deposit, much higher than your, today of course stock market is not doing well. It has fallen very badly today at what I saw. And assuming even mutual funds give you 20%, investors look for 30%. And that expectation should be made very clear within all the founders' heads. Now, having said that, should you chase valuation? No. Please chase value. Don't chase valuation. It's very important. Let me give you an example. See, we work closely with a company called the Tiny Lane. Very interesting company. You have heard of all of these baby care products. These baby care, particularly the clothing. You may not know that, I was just now talking to my colleague. See, you may not know this, cotton has several varieties. You don't know where the cotton comes from. But many of these cotton are allergic to children. And therefore, what this gentleman did is, I am Calcutta grad, very good entrepreneur. So he did a lot of research and found out that using bamboo-based fabric is interesting. Bamboo-based fabric. And then interwove that with cotton. You do better. So what he did, of course, he did not have first of all, he had to figure out where to source bamboo-based fabric, and then how to, of course, cotton-based fabric you get. You go to Tirupur, every street has so many factories around. So what he did was, he did a lot of research, and then coaxed some of the Tirupur friends, and then got them done. He got that, and today he's generating roughly about 40 to 50 lakhs per month. And that is how, of course, this is 70% bamboo, 30% cotton. Such a great idea, simple idea. But because The earlier cotton is so much allergic to children, and they get rashes, they get cold and cough because of dust of the cotton, things like that. There are several things that happen. So like this, he has kept his. Then he received our comments correctly as the I've been mentoring for the last 1 year or so, 1.5 years. He receives some comments properly and does his homework well. If I ask a question, he goes back and comes back and saying, yes sir, what you said is correct. Now let me correct these are the problems. Now I think that type of mentality is very important. And please therefore change value. Like him, there are several other companies like Udupi Ruchi. We have helped them in structuring their business model, valuation done. He talked about 160 crores valuation. We did several exercises to arrive at that number. We have helped them based on certain ground reality because they have a huge factory. Mind you, they can generate perhaps about 10 million tons per year, I think. Is that correct? Yeah. Yeah. So like that, they have a base and they have certain model and the recipe, standard operating procedures with their feet ground, and they are very ground to earth people. And such people we would love to work. And then it is a pleasure for us to work with them because they receive us well and they receive the comment. If they give wrong, we are ready to accept as well. And that type of mentality is very, very important in the startup community. And like this, I can go on and on. There are several examples that I can give you. So therefore, ensure that you have a deeply immersive experience here with conversations and experiences, certain exercises they will ask you to do. Ensure that you will do all of that and then come out successful. Wish you good luck and then happy cohort setup.